then I'll have you come on.
Okay.
Because it'll be, did you get one of these order of services? Yeah, okay. Oh, that's cool. No, it's cool. Like, oh, yeah, yeah.
I made my own.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
look at that. I made my own now.
And then you can, so that's cool. And it's all right. I'm on. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Well, good morning. Welcome to Unity of Port Richey. Come on in, have a seat. Well, to begin the service here, I'm going to just light our Christ candle to kick off everything. Wrong one. We got an extra microphone up here. It's good. It's handy. It's a spare. Oh, it's been there. So it's good. It's good. well, welcome. So I would love to welcome everyone here again to Unity of Port Richey. And I would love to welcome, we have the wonderful Reverend Fairy Elaine Silver here as our guest speaker and musician. Thank you. And so let me read a little bit about Reverend Elaine here. Reverend Fairy Elaine is a highly acclaimed musician, performing, and recording artist. She has 22 CDs and counting, with a thriving musical ministry. She's a trans-denominational minister and a divinity priestess who has garnered much attention in progressive churches and centers due to her unique method of delivering her music-inspired lessons, messages, workshops, and concerts. So you'll get to see that today in action. She's a licensed Science of Mind practitioner, and she just has worked with so many wonderful speakers, and such as like Deepak Chopra, Neil Donald Walsh, Marianne Williamson, and the list goes on and on. So let's welcome Reverend Fairy Elaine here.
Thank you.
Now, with her opening song, we'll just do the Feed the Hungry. So you're welcome to come on up. Yeah,
And
come on.
you can also, I'm inviting everybody to sing along. I have the lyrics somewhere up there. And it's called Enjoy Every Moment. Enjoy every moment. You know, my adopted Jewish mom used to say that. Enjoy every moment. And I was like, how can you enjoy every moment? That sounds like a lie, because every is, it's a absolute, and those are almost never true. And so, you know, we would kind of, enjoy it. Then we started saying it. A bunch of us started, enjoy every moment. We go, enjoy every moment. And it just made us happy. And then she passed away, and on the plane ride up to New Jersey to the funeral, I wrote the song on the plane. It's called Enjoy Every Moment. Enjoy every moment. Enjoy your life. When you enjoy every moment, you shine your light. Yes, that's good. Enjoy every moment. Enjoy what's here. When you enjoy every moment, the truth is clear. Let's try that again. Enjoy every moment. Enjoy your. When you enjoy every moment, what happens? Shine your light. Enjoy every moment. Enjoy what's here. When you enjoy every moment, the truth is clear. The love of God is blessing you. The light of God protects. The power of God is watching. God's presence redirects you to enjoy every moment. Enjoy your life. When you enjoy every moment, you shine your light. Enjoy every moment. Enjoy what's here. When you enjoy every moment, the truth is clear. Now, my adopted mom, she loved hugs. She thought it was the best medicine. And she had a bumper sticker on her car that said, "Hugs are the best exercise." Go like this. life is good, getting better, and laughing seals the deal. Ha, ha, ha. Reach out now to one another with hugs that help you heal. Enjoy it. Let me hear you, please. Shine your light. You're doing great. Enjoy every moment. Enjoy what's here. When you enjoy every moment, the truth is clear. My Jewish mom, Elaine's now gone, but these were her wise words. I share them now with peace and love, and I know that you've heard to enjoy every moment. Enjoy your life. When you enjoy every moment, you shine your light. Enjoy every moment. Enjoy what's here. When you enjoy every moment, the truth is clear. Enjoy every moment. Enjoy your life. When you enjoy every moment, you shine your light. When you enjoy every moment, you shine your light. Okay. Thank you so much.
This is going to be good. Thanks. Well, we're going to just begin with an opening prayer. So let's center ourselves and perhaps close your eyes if you'd like, just coming into your body and into this present moment. So just taking a nice deep breath, breathing in that sweet spirit and breathing out thoughts of the past or the future. So we just begin by saying, "Dear Creator of all there is," as we start this service, our Christ candle is lit. We acknowledge the divinity that is within each and every one of us. We affirm our Christ consciousness as a source of inner wisdom, helping us to remember that all is good and all is God. So as we continue to cultivate a place of deep inner peace and connection to the Christ consciousness within, our outer world reflects this peace, creating a world that works for everyone in alignment with the light and love of God. And so it is. Amen. Amen. Well, come on in. So I guess I'll just welcome everyone. So we have anyone new here for the first time, we have our welcome packet we would love to give you. So if you're new here, just raise your hand and we'll pass it out. But maybe there's nobody new. So welcome everybody. I'm glad you're all here for another time around. I'd also like to welcome anyone that's watching on YouTube and Facebook. So thank you so much. We are all glad that you're here with us today too. So we would like to just, once every month, we like to just reaffirm our mission, vision, and core values. And so our mission here, or our vision here at Unity of Port Richey is, our vision is we're a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. And our mission is through prayer, service, education, and outreach, we support transformation and heart-centered living. And our core values, we are spirit-led, learning, loving, joy-filled, and community. And so with that, I'd love to welcome our prayer chaplain of the day, the lovely Renee Dollar.
Thank you so much. My name is Renee Dollar. I'm a part of the chaplain team, and we just welcome you and know that we're here for you in multiple ways. So thank you so much. Today's daily word, the word is freedom. And I'd like, if you will, stay with me, the word. Spiritual living is my path to freedom. Looking back over the years, I remember the ways I felt less than free. Maybe I felt because of my background, personal history, education, career, or because things others believed about me. Without even realize, I've taken on a limited view of myself and what was the possibility for my life. But discovering the truth of myself as a spiritual being, a beloved child of God, has healed my heart and freed my soul. My life circumstances are only part of my story. I am so much more than the sum total of my experiences. My freedom lies in God, in my understanding of myself as divine. As I grow in confidence, realizing I can change my life through the power of thought, I grow more free. And from Psalms, I shall walk at liberty, for I have sought my precepts. And so it is.
So we're going to sing my version of the Lord's Prayer. It's a lot easier to sing. And I called it Our Father and Mother Waltz. If anybody feels like doing a country waltz. And I'm going to sing it through once. I've sung it here for a couple of years. I'll sing it once. You can join me if you know it. And we'll all sing it together. And remember, if you want to dance. Our Father and Mother, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. You give us this day our daily bread. You forgive us our debts as we do our debtors. And here's where we're going to affirm what we want instead of what we don't want. You lead us and guide us and protect us and deliver us from evil and error. For thine is the kingdom, and thine is the power, and thine is the glory forever and ever. Are we ready? With our nice big voices, you're invited to join in. Our Father and Mother, which art in heaven. You are doing great. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. You give us this day our daily bread. You forgive us our debts as we do our debtors. You lead us and guide us and protect us and deliver us from evil and error. For thine is and thine is the power, and thine is the glory, forever and ever, forever and ever, forever and ever. Amen. Okay. I have to look at the schedule. Is it my turn still? Yes, we're going to do the meditation and music. Okay. Oh, why doesn't everybody take a nice deep healing breath through your nose? And as you exhale, let it go down and out through the bottoms of our toes. And what I want to do for the meditation this morning is do a reading from last August from the Daily Word Guidebook on joy, because today joy is the topic, the subject matter. And this will be said in the first person, because there's only one of us. If you care to know this truth for yourself, you're welcome to. Living in joy keeps me rooted in God. Living in joy keeps me rooted in God. Even during the most trying times, I need never forego the feeling of deep joy when I remain centered in spirit. Joy is not a mood, and it is so much more than a feeling. It's one of my spiritual gifts, an aspect of my divine inheritance. Eric Butterworth says, claim your divine inheritance. It's your right. Joy is one of my spiritual gifts, an aspect of my divine inheritance. I can meet life's difficulties with joy and serenity. I draw upon my indwelling joy in the same way I would draw water from a well. Even though I might not find water on the surface, I trust and know if I reach for it, I will find it beneath the surface. The same is true for joy. It's always there because it's an aspect of spirit. It's an aspect of God. Even though we may not be feeling it in the present moment, we can have trust. We can have faith, the faith of God, because we're made of God. Not just faith in, faith of. I can and do find joy in any aspect of source if I want to, if I employ these spiritual principles of knowing spirit is all there is. And we are each a manifestation, a physical aspect, an extension, expression of spirit in form. We're each a different form. I trust joy is the love beyond the pain, the health beyond the illness, and the forgiveness beyond the hurt. In joy, I find God anew. I am filled with the light of 1,000 angels, softening my way, softening my way. I am filled with the light of 1,000 angels, softening my way to thee. Joy, joy's in my heart. Joy is in my heart. Joy is in my heart. Joy, joy is in my heart. Joy is in my heart. Joy is in my heart. I am filled with the infinite love of Spirit, softening my way, softening my way. I am filled with the infinite love of Spirit, softening my way to thee, to thee, to thee. Joy is in my heart. Joy, joy is in my heart. Start to come back to the room. Joy is in my heart. Sing with me if you want. Joy is in my heart. And again. Joy, joy is in my heart. Joy is in my heart. Joy is in my heart. And again, come on. Joy, joy is in my heart. Joy is in my heart. Joy is in my heart. I am filled with the light of 1,000 angels, softening my way, softening my way. I am filled with the light of 1,000 angels, softening my way to thee, to thee, to thee. And so it is. Is everybody back? Welcome back. So as you know, the topic of today's talk is what? Joy and enthusiasm. I'm alive, awake, aware, enthusiastic. It's fun to be alive, or it can be. It can be a lot of fun to be alive. So I want to talk about joy. And the title is The Joy of Being. So the first thing I did was go to the dictionary, online, of course. I don't even know if I have a book dictionary anymore. You know, you got to let go of things that you don't use, right? All right, so the definition of joy that I found is, 1, a feeling of great pleasure and happiness, the expression or exhibition of such emotion, gaiety. 2, a state of happiness or felicity, bliss. And 3, a source or cause of delight. And then I looked up being, joy of being. And being is existence, the nature or essence of a person. And then the new thing, I went to Chatty, my friend Chatty, AI, right? ChatGPT. Her name's Chatty. Joy is a feeling of deep happiness, delight, or great pleasure that often comes from something especially good or meaningful. Unlike momentary excitement, joy tends to feel more lasting and connected to a sense of contentment, gratitude, or fulfillment. I really like that definition better. And it says it's artificial intelligence, but intelligence is everywhere. This intelligence is part of source energy. It's intelligence. And then for being, Chatty says, existence, just like the dictionary said. existence. And then it says, being refers to existence itself, the state or fact of existing, living, or having reality. I never heard it expressed that way, having reality. Well, yeah. And then my friend Alan Cohen, he said, this is what he says about reality. It's overrated. Because it can be, you know, well, just because it's true or real doesn't mean you have to focus on it and worry about it and, you know, lose your joy over something. A concern is different from worry. You know, concern is solution-oriented, but worry, like, oh, when this happens, and it's like praying for what you don't want. And so then I realized, as while I was creating this program, that about 20 years ago in Sarasota, it occurred to me that joy is my job. I know I'm an uplifter. That's what I'm here to do, and, you know, crack jokes and make people feel good and give blessings and stuff. But joy is my job, and J-O-B is the joy of being. So this, this concept had been with me for a long time, but it finally came out. And so let's see, I enjoy knowing that I'm an uplifter and can help people feel better with joy and laughter. The best medicine, right? The best medicine. So according to Maya Angelou, she says, joy is a freedom. It helps a person to find his or her own liberation. And the daily word today was freedom, so this fits right in. The person who is joyous takes responsibility for the time he or she takes up and the space that he or she occupies. Being responsible, you know, because we create our own reality. And you know, we're always at choice. That's the point. We're always at choice. We might not like that we're always at choice, and yeah, but so-and-so, but we're always at choice. So we can choose a better feeling thought. All right, so let's see. She says, when you can, wait, hold on, I lost my spot here. Okay, so when it takes up the space you're in. So she says, you share it. Some of you have it, you share it. That is what joy is. When you continue to give it away, you will still have so much more of it, just like love, right? You share it. And, you know, you walk down the street, good morning. Oh, that's a beautiful dress. I mean, those are like little tiny acts of kindness, and they bring happiness. You smile at somebody, right? I love doing that. I smile all the time. My husband goes, what are you, flirting? I'm like, no, I'm just happy. So then I have some more research from Google. So number one, what is the psychological meaning of joy? Joy is the state of being that allows one to experience feelings of intense, long-lasting happiness and satisfaction of life. It is closely related to and often evoked by well-being, success, good fortune. Happiness, pleasure, and gratitude are closely related to joy, but they are not identical to it. But they are high vibratory frequencies: bliss, gratitude, happiness, joy, love. And then number two, what are the three types of joy? Well, did you know there were three types of joy? There are then three types of things that joy could refer to. Number one, the emotional state, a joyous state. Number two, the disposition of that trait. So you're just joy, you're just emoting joy. And the third one from the Bible is the spiritual fruit. Joy is a spiritual fruit, like that one. And joy is also another name for God. Did you know that? It's another name for God. So are the words love, light, peace, power, beauty, and wisdom. This is according to Thomas Troward, who lived from 1846 to 1916, an English author whose works on mental science, which Unity is mental science, influenced the New Thought movement and mystic Christianity, and for me in particular, Ernest Holmes. Ernest Holmes studied Thomas Troward, who was known as the father of the science of mind, New Thought philosophy. And as you know, I'm a licensed practitioner. And this is very similar. Science of mind, philosophy, and unity philosophy are very similar, but there are some distinctions. But they fit like this, they're perfect. And these 7 words, love, light, peace, power, beauty, wisdom, and joy, I memorized about 30 years ago when I was studying the Edinburgh lectures by Thomas Troward. Those 7 words have helped me through. And then you can add gratitude and some other things, but those were the 7 he came up with. They've had a fabulous effect on me, on my ability to remain in the new thought principle that God is all there is. It's all there is. And then these other words for God, they're an aspect of God. They're an aspect. So we have a spiritual mind treatment. That's our type of affirmative prayer in the science of mind. And the principle number 1, when you begin a prayer, you have recognition that God is all there is. And the second aspect, the second step is unification. So you unify with God, but the thing is, we're made of it, so we cannot be separated from it, but we remember who we are. God is all there is, and I am one with God. Then we make an affirmation, we have gratitude, and then we release it. So there's a song here that I want to share with you. It's called There's a Power. And Ernest Holmes has a very famous saying, and it helped me a lot because when I was first studying this in Morristown, New Jersey, it was called the Church of Religious Science back then. Downstairs in the hall where we had class, there was a lectern, seats there. Right here on the wall was a poster, and it was from Ernest Holmes, a famous saying, which is, there's a power for good in the universe, and you can use it. Or there's a power for good in the universe, and I can use it. That helped me so much. I was starting in 1993 to remember there's a power for good in the universe, and I can use it. We're supposed to use it. These are gifts from Source. So, do we have the lyrics up there? Okay, so let's see, I wanted to do it here. That's the chorus. And I added, you can use it if you choose it, because we're always at choice, right? We don't have to use it, but if you want to tap into the source, there's a power for good in the universe, and you can use it when? Right? Yeah, right now, because, the past is over there. Now we can't really go back, but we can go back in our minds, and we can learn from it. But when we're learning from the past, we're learning in the now present moment, and then the future, that's not here yet. But we can set intentions in the now present moment for the future. So it's a good distinction to have. So let's try this chorus. There's a power for good in the universe, and you can use it if you choose it. There's a power for good in the universe, and you can use it right now. Okay, we're going to do it again. We're going to do it in the first person. I can use it. There's a power for good in the universe, and I can use it if I choose it. There's a power for good in the universe, and I can use it right now. And the power of now is calling me, and the power of now brings me all I can be, and the power of now is listening and beckoning me. Here's us. There's a power for good in the universe, and I can use it if I choose it. There's a power for good in the universe, and I can use it right now. And the power of I am is calling me, and the power of I am brings me all I can be, and the power of I am and the power of now are beckoning me. There's a power for good in the universe, and I can use it right now, and I can use it right now, and I can use it right now. All right. And you know what's going to happen? Here, you can copy. Because it is kind of a concert. Right? But later on today, you're going to be singing, there's a power for this. And you're also going to remember that reality is overrated. Because it is. It can be. You know, we create our own reality. We give meaning to everything. I took the S training when I was 21 years old, a long time ago, and Werner, the creator of it, Werner Erhard, he says that human beings are meaning-making machines. Like, we make this means that, and that means that. Well, it's an interpretation, and we can shift that. We can change it to a better feeling idea or a better feeling thought. So let's see here. So now we're going to move on to Abraham Hicks. How many people know who Abraham Hicks is? Yeah, it's a group of non-physical entities that come through Esther Hicks and call themselves Abraham, like a teacher. So Abraham Hicks states, our highest measure of success is our joy. And I really subscribe to that. I love that idea. Just stay in the joy energy as much as possible. Let's see. I have made a conscious effort to do this, to stay in that idea of joy. Now, I can't always do it, it's a human thing, but I do have a conscious intention and practice to be aware of how I'm feeling or how I'm vibrating. I believe the teachings of Abraham, which include the universal law of attraction, you all know about that, right? The universe, what you focus on gets bigger whether you like it or not, right? Which that had a major global introduction about 20 years ago with the movie The Secret, and it was actually, there were two versions. The first version, it was all based on Abraham teachings. And then there was a split in the power source, so Abraham just moved on. Okay, however, although the law of attraction is huge in how and what we are co-creating or manifesting, the mother lode of universal laws, anybody know what the mother lode of universal laws? It's the law of vibration. Because, you can think about something, but it's also what you're thinking and what you're feeling, how you're vibrating, what your frequency is. And that's why sometimes affirmations don't work. Because, it's almost like, you want this to work, but it's sort of, you're not investing your feelings into it. And sometimes the more we affirm something, we affirm it, and then we start to believe it when we feel it. But to add that idea of feeling, and you can actually kind of fake it till you make it. You can say, okay, I am da-da-da, you're not that yet, I am da-da-da. And then you can start to make a list of, okay, well, what's the evidence that I am da-da-da? And you just start to, okay, when I feel like this, when I hold a baby, when I pet a cat or a dog, and just things that will, when I meditate, when I'm not feeling well and I go take a nap, I get out of that lower vibration and move into a place where there's a break. Every day is a new day. We wake up and we have an opportunity to have a different experience if we don't like what we had the night before. And so there's other laws, other universal laws. You know about the law of cause and effect, which is what goes around comes around. Right? For every cause there's an effect, for every effect there's a cause. That's important to realize that, there's what we put out, we get. It comes back. And let's see, there's a law of circulation. It's giving and receiving. It's the same energy. So if you're constantly receiving and then you're not giving, eventually you're gonna stop the flow because it's circular and you have to keep going. It's circulation. You circulate the currency of whatever the energy is, or even the money is currency, your currency. And then there's the law of impermanence, which nothing in the physical lasts. Maybe plastic. But nothing in the physical lasts. The only thing that is lasting is spirit. It's the non-physical. So, let me see where I am here. there are techniques for cultivating joy. One is to notice what we're focusing on and how we're feeling about it. In Science of Mind, one of the mantras is change your thinking, change your life. This distinction, when acted upon in a positive, clear manner, can bring about more joy. It can bring about more prosperity, community, health, well-being, peace, relationships, and more. So I'm in a group of, it's a little tribe of women that we meet. When I lived on the East Coast, we had a tribe, and then when COVID came, we started to meet once a week in a Zoom. So Reverend Sandra Marchman was on the call, and she just started. She's a very wise lady. She's a Science of Mind minister, and she started her talk with, and she kind of sounds like my adopted mom. She says, "Gratitude invokes the law of increase," and I'm like, oh. I wrote it down. Of course it does, because the law of increase. Is if you're grateful, how you feel, you get more. So, and it's with anything. But the gratitude thing is to remember to be grateful. And at the time, I was singing a lot of times on Wednesday nights at Unity in Sarasota. They had their meditation, and during COVID, they only allowed the specific 10 people in the building. Nobody else was allowed in. So there was me, and there was another musician, Phil, and we were always the musician it was called Music and Inspiration with Reverend Susie Shadle. And so whatever the daily word was that day, that particular Wednesday, the whole 45-minute program was based on that, the meditation, the talk, and I had to come up with 4 songs that went with it. So it was this particular Wednesday. You know what the topic was? No, it wasn't joy. It was enthusiasm, right? So I wrote this song called "Lifted and Feeling Free," and we have freedom today. When you feel free, you're joyful. You can be very joyful. So this came out. It has joy in it. It has a lot of things in it. And when I haven't recorded it yet, when I do, there's going to be a little fiddle solo. Gratitude invokes the law of increase. Gratitude brings me inner peace. I'm knowing this truth enthusiastically. I'm lifted and I'm feeling free. That line comes around. I'm lifted and I'm feeling free. I'm lifted and I'm feeling free. Joy invokes the law of increase. Focus on the good intent and then release. I am lifted and I'm feeling free. I'm loving my life enthusiastically. Love invokes the law of increase. Loving myself brings me inner peace. I'm knowing this truth enthusiastically. I'm lifted and I'm feeling free. Kindness invokes the law of increase. Do unto others is the sacred peace. And knowing this truth enthusiastically, I'm lifted and I'm feeling free. Willingness invokes the law of increase. Focus on the good intent and then release. I am lifted and I'm feeling free. I'm living my life enthusiastically. Gratitude invokes the law of increase. Gratitude brings me inner peace. I'm knowing this truth enthusiastically. I'm lifted and I'm feeling. Now we're going to chant that. I'm lifted and I'm feeling free. I'm lifted and I'm feeling free. Right. Lifted and I'm feeling free. Lifted and I'm feeling free. Yay! Okay. So we're going to move on a little bit to some Judaism stuff. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. So the Jewish Jewish religious leader Rebbe Nachman said that the pathway to our true destiny is joy. Joy and enthusiasm are important aspects of the spiritual path and are needed now more than ever during these uncertain times. And this was written not yesterday, right? And so, to have joy and enthusiasm and to notice what's going on. And I was so invested in politics. I'm not going to get into politics, just that I wasn't happy. I was angry a lot. I was ticked off. I was, what are they doing now? And I was just inundated with it. And I noticed it. I started to notice, and I was attracting things that I did not want because of how I was vibrating. I mean, it was so clear to me, and then it finally dawned on me, I better do something to raise my vibratory rate, because I don't like, attracting COVID, and I don't like whatever else happened. Oh, yeah, I had to cut down, spend $9,000 to cut down my tree because it was falling apart. It's just the timing of all this stuff. Anyway. So what did I do? I stopped watching the news, just maybe look at the headlines a little bit and just not focus on it. And I started watching on YouTube, Sitting with Dogs. Anybody know that with Rocky Kanaka? He goes to the shelter and he sits with dogs, and he sits with the dogs that are frozen or afraid or shaking or just shut down. Maybe they're barking. And he sits with them and he gets them to come out of them. So he gets them to smell. I found out that dogs, the way that they come into existence, they smell first, then they hear, they smell, they see, they hear. I mean, when humans come in, it's like, they hear first, and this, I don't know. But dogs cannot think if they're not smelling. I love that idea, because, you get a dog to smell, he'll give them treats, and the nose starts working. But then I found Caesar Milan, the dog whisperer. And, I was never a dog person. I always liked cats. I always had cats and liked cats. And when dogs are too much, and then they're too much responsibility, then you got to clean them up. Well, I love every dog now. And, to be able to be filled with love. I love dogs. Not that I'll have one, but I found a couple of dogs in my neighborhood that I can go and just be with, because they calm you down, if you're in a calm state. So that's what I did. I was able to shift my vibratory rate, and I still kind of know what's going on, but I'm not as invested in it. So a woman named Fiona wrote the following. She wrote something from her friend Peggy Clark, who wrote about an experience with joy as a young woman. And she was at Bryce Canyon National Park in Utah, known for its astonishing red-orange hoodoo rock formations. Clark writes, quote, "One night, deep in the dark, we sat on the edge of the canyon talking about the world and the beauty that abounds. I didn't know what time it was, but I knew morning had to be nearby. One of the guys we were with asked if we could just be quiet for a little while. And so we sat, feet hanging over the edge, in complete silence. And as we sat, the most magnificent, most glorious thing happened. The sun rose. It broke through the darkness in such a grand display of power and grace, I would not have been surprised had the rocks and the trees started to sing, Hallelujah. We sat awestruck until we spontaneously broke out in applause, hollering, cheering, and gratitude." So she says, joy is not in the circumstance, but in the response. So it's how we're responding. The sun rises every day, like it or not. Being entranced by it is choice. See, there's that choice thing again. So I repeat, joy is not in the circumstance, but in the response. As we struggle in worldly uncertainty, sometimes overwhelmed, this is a spiritual truth worth remembering. While we can't always simply choose to feel joy, and we can, but we can't always. We're human. We're slow sometimes. We can work to cultivate a stance of curiosity and connection that will help us be open to experiencing joy, taking us out of ourselves, binding us to all that is, which is source. We should not stay always mired in worry. You guys spoke about that a few minutes ago, because this injures our spirit. Like it's, you can picture these horrible things. Oh, my kids I haven't heard from them, they're going to get in an accident. That's not helpful. But as I said, if you're concerned about it, that's more solution-oriented. So she continues. We must continue to be, as conscious beings, seek joy and delight. So we can just know that we have choice, and that's our goal. That could be a goal, to seek joy and delight. This is a both and, because life is complex. So in the dark, there will be moments of light. So lean in to the light. Seek the joy. And then she says, blessings, Fiona. So we're going to lean into the light right now. The song is called The Light of the Living God. I know I've sung this here before because I wrote it in 2003, so I'm sure I've sung it here. It's true today. The light of the living God. My friend said that. She was in a snit about something. I saw her and she was like, meh. And then all of a sudden she caught herself and she says, yes, but I know I am the light of the living God. And I'm like, yeah, you are, but I hadn't heard that expressed before. Well, I wrote it down and left and wrote this song in about 10 minutes. I am the light of the living God. Spirit moves through me. You are the light of the living God. And joy is our destiny. I am the love of a giving God. Spirit moves through me. You are the love of a giving God. And peace is our destiny. I'm traveling through eternity, unraveling in my humanity. The darkest night and the deepest pain bring me back to myself again. It's the chorus. I am the light of the living God. Spirit moves through me. You are the light of the living God. Joy is our destiny. I'm traveling through eternity, unraveling in my humanity. The darkest night and the deepest pain bring me back to myself again and again and again and again. We forget, then we remember. We forget, then we remember. We forget, that we remember the truth of who we really are. I am the light of the living God. Spirit moves through me. You are the light of the living God. And joy is our destiny. And peace is our destiny. Here we go. And love is our ecstasy. So, I just have a couple more songs. I'm not going to do them all. Unless you want to stay an extra 15 minutes. So this one, I grew up in a nursery school. So that's why my songs are usually very simple. Not always, but they have that nursery school feel. So this one's called La 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 Laughter. This was written for the Daily Word. I had to write, the Daily Word was laughter. So it's a call and response. Ready? La 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 laughter. Laugh and feel good after. Raising the vibration. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. La 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 laughter. Laugh and feel good after. Raising the vibration. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Now we're gonna laugh. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. The more you ha ha ha, the funnier it gets. The funnier it gets. Laughter is contagious. It could be outrageous. You need it more than ever. Ha 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 ha. Come on, let's laugh. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. The more you ha ha ha, the funnier it gets. The funnier it gets. The funnier it gets. All right, I think that's enough. I have more songs, but we'll have to do a concert. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure. Yeah.
Full round of applause for this magical Reverend Fairy Elaine Silver. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. My joy meter is elevated and the room. Thank you. Well, let's see. So I just love to thank everyone, all of the wonderful helpers here, our ushers, our greeters, and just thank you, everyone. And so I guess we're going to go to thanks and announcements. So the first one, oh, yes, the first announcement. I'm like, oh, that's the symbol. I would love to. We have our volunteer recognition. And so Doug Hanfeld, this is Hanfland. Sorry, I said your last name wrong. We would adore to recognize you as our volunteer of the month. Wow. So stand up. We have a little gift for you. Yeah. So, Doug, thank you so much. You help us so much with all sorts of things, platforming, with all sorts of wonderful volunteering. So, thank you.
Nice shirt too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
only a joyous man would wear a shirt with pink flamingos. I love it.
That's right. Oh, well. So for our announcements this week here at Unity of Port Richey on Wednesday, the 30th at 7 p.m., we have Kirtan with Kimberly Mangino. So come and join us to lift your voices up in mantra chanting with a group here. It's really fun. And then on Thursdays, join me at 10:30. I will be offering group guided meditation in a healing circle. So that's every Thursday at 10:30. And then next Sunday, May 4th, we have Christine Mariani as our guest speaker and musician, and her talk will be on unshakable joy.
So you know, I stayed with her last night. We have parallel lives. We have done so many of the same things.
And if you all are interested in helping us with any kind of volunteering here, we have spaces for you with our greeter or usher. We have all sorts of things for you to help out with. We have sign-up sheets in the lobby, perhaps bringing snacks for our refreshments after service, but we would love for you to sign up for something. And so besides the awesome table that Reverend Fairy Elaine has out there of goodies, we also have the Inspiration Station. So
new.
It is new. It's in our children's room. It's our bookstore. We have a learning center, books and gifts in there. So stop by, do all your shopping out there before you leave. And we just want to thank all of our volunteers again, and thanks for joining our team to help us out with all sorts of goodies here. So we can now prepare our gifts. So anyone that is, going to prepare an offering, you could perhaps, lots of us give digitally, so you can just think about your offering, hold it in your heart and your mind. And we can just say our little affirmation. So it's, I give thanks for all my blessings. I share my gifts freely and I receive gratefully. I am in the flow of abundant life.
So God is my source, all my needs are met, and I'm grateful. God is my source, all my needs are met, and I am grateful. We're going to sing that again. God is my source, all my needs are met, and I am grateful. All my needs are met. All my needs are met. All my needs are met. All my needs are met, and I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. And so it is. I will bless the offering. We live in an abundant universe, and I see and know that the generous gifts from the congregation and from sources known and unknown to support the center go to the highest, best, and most benevolent outcome. And I'm so grateful to know this for Unity Spiritual Center of Port Richey, Florida, as I release my word to the law, knowing this is a done deal. It is so, and together we can say, and so it is. Blessed be. Okay. Oh, we're doing all as well? Okay. Do you have the words? Oh, good. Okay. This is your part. All is well. All is well. All is well. Continually. All is well. All is well. All is well for you and me. I'm in the flow of love. I'm in the flow of life. In a boat of gratitude on a river of healing life. I need the chords. All is well. All is well. All is well. Continually. Why don't we stand? All is well. All is well. All is well for you and me. And to just trust that all is well helps it to manifest. In the infinite flow, we find more gifts when we know that life is an attitude and challenges can help us grow. You know, and one of those, another learning growth experience. Here we go. All is well. All is well. All is well. Continually. All is well. All is well. All is well for you and me. Is there another verse? Okay, we're going to do it one more time. All is well. All is well. All is well. Continually. All is well. All is well. All is well for you and me. Continually. All right.
Let's say the prayer of protection before we leave. So the light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is, and I am divine.
And all is well.
Thank you. All is well. Have a blessed week, everyone. Thank you so much.